Okay, so back in Ala Ghiri, starting to take side quests now here, more of them. Let's go ahead and deal with the Aether Current quest first, from Brazen Brook, with his level 68 challenge, and this is going to be a chain entitled Out of Sight. Brazen Brook needs help with a rather delicate situation. Hey, you're that adventure everyone's been talking about, aren't you? Just the woman I've wanted to see. You've a bit of time to spare, I hope. I believe so. It seems a bloody miracle we managed to take Ala Ghiri without spilling a drop of blood, but it was all thanks to one man, a man the Alliance would very much like to speak with. Getting him to come in for precedent, however, has proven more trouble than we thought. It's not my place to be dealing with this, to be honest with you, but I think it'd be best to resolve the matter quietly if possible. Things could get messy around here if the Alliance or the Resistance start kicking up a fuss. I'd like to draw attention if I leave my post, but you adventurers are free to move about as you please. So what do you say? Can you give me a hand? Of course. You adventurers are good folk. Now I really shouldn't say much more out here in the open. You best go and speak with him yourself. Bout's his name. He can tell you the rest. Very well. Yeah, usually these Aether Current quests are part of a chain, so here's the chain for around here. Okay, we found Bouts. Hello there, sir. The adventurer who slew Lord Van Belsar! So they sent you to claim my head, then? Not at all. Not in the slightest. Brazen Brook sent you to help? Oh, thank heavens. You see, I'm actually a centurion of the Garlean forces. Now, before you do anything rash, let me explain. When I learned of the Allied forces' approach, I knew we had no way of repelling them, so I ordered all my men to retreat from Ala Ghiri. I then planned to turn myself in, but I ran into certain complications. And I can also tell that you are not a true Garlean blood because you have no third eye in your forehead. I can see you're unconvinced. Tell you what, why not ask the villagers about me? When you hear what they have to say, I think you'll come to understand why I couldn't turn myself in. Very well. 3 of them, huh? Well, let's see what we can find out. Jadalani seems to be our first person of interest, so let's go ahead and speak with her. Stupid chocobo, and my throat too. Bout? The place wouldn't be the same without him. And I certainly have no intentions of sending him to be butchered by the Alliance. Oh, so you know about this. You know what he's been up to. So yeah, I guess the people we're gonna speak to are sharing his dirty little, or rather protecting his dirty little secret. Hey Waderi, how'd you get involved in this? Where'd you hear that name? I won't have anyone speaking ill of him. Unless you're looking to pick a fight, you'll keep your mouth shut. Sorry, I didn't mean to be that mean, or imposing, or anything like that. Frank, huh? Well, I'm just gonna call you Frank and be done with it. What do you want with Bout? He's not in trouble, is he? We already told the Alliance scum they can't have him. Scum? So you're saying that these people are protecting his secret are also Garleans, or in league with them? Yeah, what gives? There you are. Now do you see the cause of my hesitation? In light of the reaction to my being arrested, the Alliance has allowed me to remain here for the time being, but for all intents and purposes, I am a war prisoner. The villagers initially meant to keep me hidden, but harboring one's enemy is a serious crime no matter whose side you're on, and I've heard what the Alliance does to those who help the Garleans. The stuff of nightmares, I tell you. My execution is assured the moment they take me into custody, but the villagers should take arms in protest. They don't deserve such a bloody fate. Brazen Brook has made a valiant effort to assuage the people's anger, but there's only so much a man in this position can do. I know how strange this may seem, but I want you to convince the people of Ala Ghiri to allow for my surrender. And how do you suppose we're going to accomplish that? I guess you're going to show us, aren't you? So this is a necklace. Direct hit and skill speed. Getting swapped out for... Wait a minute, that's not my 66, that's my... What the heck? Unless this is a bracelet. Yeah, it's a bracelet. Skill speed and direct hit rate against critical hit and skill speed. Alright, well... My crit hit rate is already so high, so why don't we go ahead and switch this out? Yeah, my crit hit's over 1100 points. I have no qualms to sacrificing for a direct hit rate. Okay, let's speak with Bout again for the next level 68 challenge entitled Public Opinion. Bout is ready to get to the root of his problem. So you help then. Good, good. For a start, it'd be nice to know why they're so insistent on protecting me in the first place. Though I'd love to spare my blushes and leave this to all of you, we need to hear from as many people as we can. How about we both make our sweep of the village and meet back here? Are you sure that's a good idea? Well, I'm not going to question... Well, actually, I do feel compelled to question the people around here and why they want to protect you so much. If Bout hadn't stopped his men, I wouldn't be standing here before you. He was hard but fair, and now these resistance fighters are taking over the place. Sure, they seem friendly now, but just you wait. Yeah, why can't I get... Why do I have the sneaking suspicion that Bout has convinced everyone here, even though they were under oppression from the Garleans, that the resistance is the enemy? Hey, lass. I never did anything wrong, but the Garlemans... yeah, the Garlemans! But the Garleans would always hit me. Mr. Bout was different, though. He was always there to cheer me up, and he'd play with me sometimes. Do you think these new people will play with me, too? Probably after they're done liberating the rest of this area. I mean, General Raubon's a likable guy. You can play with him. And then, stowed out here in the corner, this diligent youth. Go stand in the corner! Yeah, why was he so diligent there? Is this a guy or a girl? This looks like a guy. I think it's fair to say we all owe Bout a great debt. I'd tell you more, but you can see I'm a little busy. Why not go talk to Jadalani? Very well. Yeah, you were rather preoccupied with trying to hold that crate up. I won't bother you any further. Okay, Jadalani, I'm back to you. Oh, the adventure from before. Corinne, was it? You wish to know more about Bout? I would love to tell you all about him, but first, I must ask a favor. The village has been plagued by spitting spinners as of late. I took a look around and discovered they built a nest close by. I considered petitioning the soldiers' trade, but you seem more capable of the job. Help me get rid of the nest, and I'll tell you everything you want to know. Agreed? Very well. Excellent. Let's get going then. I'll lead the way. Please do. So how far are we going? Well, not actually all that far. Yeah, it's not all that far of a trek. We're just gonna go ahead and hang a left here and find out where this nest is. Hopefully it's not like trying to knock down a hornet's nest or anything. You figure these Tripuli would have learned their lesson by now that I'm not going to be fighting them. Unless I absolutely have to, which I think I may. Yeah, these things are in such inconvenient spots. Yeah, since you're in my way of me attempting to complete this mission, you give me little recourse but to go ahead and bring all the power of the Dragoon on your little head. I'm gonna crack that exoskeleton of yours for having you make me go through the routine here. Just remember, as I send you to your grave, you brought this on yourself. Remember my words as you go and pass away. Okay, Jadalani. There you are. The nest is just ahead. Alright. That's some of my chocobo again. And get ready. Well, you look small, but I can tell that you're going to be giving me quite the pain. Also, my apologies if you hear any popping picking up on my microphone. Like I mentioned, we have the holiday weekend this weekend here in Canada, and part of it is going to be, of course, fireworks because of the fact that it's our significant milestone of 150 years for the creation of our country, so yeah, I guess people are starting to shoot fireworks off a day early. Oh, still coming. So yeah, if you hear popping up on the microphone, yeah, if popping pops up on the microphone, my apologies if it picks up. Yeah, the popping up is popping. Is that all of them? Good. Okay, Jarlani, that's done. Thank you ever so much. I can't tell you how many we've nearly lost trying to do away with those horrible things. Sadly, this isn't the first time they've caused us trouble. When the Garleans first took Ala Ghiri, these lands were rife for spinners for a time. Though we begged for help, our pleas fell on deaf ears. Our village is meant to be a trading hub, so you'd think they would protect such a place, but no. They would only come to get deep in their cups, or take out their frustrations on whoever happened to be present at the time. If we weren't suffering at the hands of drunken soldiers, we were fending for our lives against all manner of beasts with whatever makeshift weapons we could find. There was nothing we could do but endure their mocking laughter as we struggled to survive. But Bao changed all that. After he came and assumed command, he immediately put an end to our misery. The difference in our treatment was like night and day. He gave us our lives back, which is more than I can say for what the Allied forces are like to do for us. Bao is a good man. I hope in time you'll come to see him as we do. Yeah, clearly you have no trust of the Eorzean Alliance. Yeah, we saw what happened when Ilbert had no trust in the Eorzean Alliance. It drove him to kill himself. And take a whole bunch of his compatriots with him. Alright, so back to bout. No matter who I talked to, there was too much beating around the bush to get any clear answers. Did they tell you anything useful? Well, if you consider this useful. They all said that. Well, I'm no saint, I was just tired of seeing my men beat them all the bloody time. I'd seen enough of it before coming here. It's amazing how the treatment of the Empire's subjects can vary from place to place. There are territories where life is unchanged by the Guardian's presence, and yet there are others whose denizens would welcome death with open arms. The only escape from either is to join their armies. If you manage to survive 20 years of service, you and your family can earn citizenship, a chance to have a good life. 20 years, huh? Needless to say, I jumped at the opportunity. I fought, and I fought until before I knew it, I was an Imperial Centurion. But it was too late. Shortly after my promotion, I received word of my family's death, snatched away by some widespread illness. Sorry to hear that. The suffering of these people only served to remind me of my loss, so I put an end to it. Simple as that. Yet they still thank me after I've killed so many. I'll never understand such nonsense. At least now we know for certain the reason for their adoration. Now we just have to convince them I'm not worth protecting. Yeah, too bad they're willing to stick their necks out for you because they have no trust in the Eorzean Alliance whatsoever. So let's go ahead and speak with Bout for the next level 68 challenge entitled Dragged Through the Mud. Bout has a plan to smear his reputation. We'll need a good lie if we're going to change their opinions of me. I've got it. A holy man here in Ala Ghiri was slain shortly after my arrival, just before I took command. It was the former Imperial commander who killed him, but you can tell people it was me. Are you sure that's gonna work? Also, I was about to say, what's that glowing at your side? Turns out it's just the target icon. Take my ring as proof. Say it was a keepsake of his and that I pried it from his cool dead hands. They'll be so blinded with hate, execution will seem too good a punishment for me. Then again, if people see through the lie, it wouldn't do well for your reputation to speak so poorly of me. Maybe we should start with just one person and gauge their reaction before we set the rumor mill to spinning. Try speaking with Jadalani and see if this gets her blood boiling. I have a feeling it won't. Yeah, you're too loved around here, dude. You're too loved around here, and I think you should just come to accept that. Hello there again, Jadalani. What's this about Bout? This is about Bout. How awful! The people of Ala Ghiri will be furious to hear this. Why, they may even consider handing over to the Allied forces. Which is exactly what he wants, isn't it? Like, how did you know? I haven't known you for long, but I know an honourable woman when I see one. I refuse to believe you would try to smear his reputation and turn us against him. I can imagine why he might try, though. When you return to Bout, you can tell him what I've told countless times before. No matter what horrible deeds he may have done in the past, no one is beyond forgiveness. Travellers come and go from Ala Ghiri quite often, but should they wish to stay, who they were before coming here doesn't matter. We have no interest in the man Bout used to be, only the man he is now. Even if he was a murderer in the past, he's been nothing but kind to us since arriving here. The man we know has a gentle soul, and that is why we protect him. Yeah, sorry there, Bout, but you're gonna have to try harder than that. Yeah, the love of you is too strong. The love is strong in these people. How did she take the news? She was absolutely livid, wasn't she? Tell me everything. She was only livid about the fact that I would try and tell her that. They only care about the man I am now? And what sort of man am I supposed to be, My family is dead. I can't return to the Garleans. But that's not your concern. It seems it'll take more than a nasty rumor to sway their opinions of me. I'll have to think of something soon, though. It's only a matter of time before the Alliance decides it's done waiting. Could you try speaking with Jadalani once more? Not to spread more falsehoods, but about persuading the townsfolk to let me turn myself in peacefully. Hopefully inspiration will strike by the time you return. I don't know how he thinks any of this is gonna work. I really don't know how anything is gonna work with this guy. Let me guess. Bout sent you again, didn't he? He did. He can conjure up whatever lies he likes, but he cannot change our minds. Though I suppose I can understand his worry. I'm loath to admit it, but entreating the Alliance could resolve all this. It could also make things much worse. If only there was someone among them who knew what a kind and caring man Bout is. Perhaps then we could convince them to show him mercy. Well, what about... Bout has been speaking with Brazen Brook in private about his surrender? Does this mean the Allied forces will soon come for him? Let's go and speak with him while there's still time. Oh, with Brazen Brook? Okay. He's like, are we going to Bout? Nope, we're going back to Brazen Brook. Hello. Ah, you brought company. What can I do for the two of you? Well, you can do this. According to Jadalani, you can bugger off. An appeal on Bout's behalf? I'm not sure I follow. Please, Brazen Brook, is there nothing you can do to have him pardoned? Or better yet, take me in his stead. Say I'm his accomplice and I will tell you your superiors anything they wish to hear. Whoa, calm down, miss. No one wants to help him more than I do. That said, he is still a soldier of the Garlean Empire, an Imperial Centurion at that. As a member of the Resistance, I have a duty to take him into custody. Which is exactly what they don't want. You can't! The people of Ala Ghiri will not stand for his execution! What? Who said anything about an execution? But the Garleans told us you kill all the soldiers you capture. For goodness sake, we're not savages! We're in the middle of assessing the documents and supplies they left behind, and his testimony as to what we've found is sorely needed. Everyone's made it quite clear how his presence has improved living conditions here, so I suspect my superiors will be fairly lenient. That's not to say he won't face punishment, mind you, but he's got to come in for questioning. I see. After so many years under the rule, the Garleans had convinced us you were no better, if not worse than they were. On behalf of all the people of Ala Ghiri, I offer you our sincerest apologies. Thank you for clearing up this terrible misunderstanding. Belt will no doubt be relieved to hear this. Let's go and share the good news. But will he necessarily believe it to be... Well, he is getting what he wants. But will it necessarily be the good news he wanted? Let's go and speak with Jadalani, who will be over at Bout's little hiding place. Only to find that Bout is gone. What? It seems Bout has left us a note. Dear Corinne, or Dear Corinne, the time has come to bid you my final farewell. Try as I might to focus on the present, the past still haunts me. My family calls. If you can find it within you to grant me one last favor, I bid you deliver my head to the Allied forces. I have enclosed instructions to this end. No, he can't! Corinne, we have to stop him! Or will it be too late? Critical hit and determination. Critical hit and skill speed. So critical hit and direct hit rates. I'd rather go with the determination. I'd rather get that up closer to 1,000 points. Okay, Jarlani, let's go ahead and take on the next level 68 challenge entitled Second Chances. Jadalani is not yet ready to give up on Bouts. We can't let him go through with this, Corinne. It looks like he's heading northwest towards the fringes. I pray we're not too late. And thus the pursuit begins. Yeah, rather than turn himself in, I guess he's probably gonna go and commit suicide. So yeah, he's actually gonna be right at the transition area. So yeah, that's gonna be quite a bit of ways out. And of course, since I still don't have all the Aether Currents, it's gonna be a while before I can be able to do what I need to do. But yeah, we will do what must be done. Including me. Once this quest is over, I need to go get myself some water. My throat is in desperate need of it. For a whole bunch of reasons. Yeah, don't bother pursuing me there, Pantera. Rock the boat on your own time. Ah, finally someone else said hello! Hey, Control, good to see you this evening. Glad to have you with us. Yeah, it's been quiet for about an hour and a half. Thanks for coming to pay me a visit tonight. It's been surprisingly quiet this evening. But I'm glad to see that you've come to say hello to us, and someone's saying hello to Bout. Yeah, hello there. Yeah, is this how he wanted to meet his end? Because if this is what he had in mind, he's gonna have to try better than this. Oh well, that's pretty good there, Control. Good to see you making use of the abilities. Ooh, nice crit hit. Yeah, we'll get you down. Yeah. Dark fire? I don't think so. It'll be you who lives in the dark. Okay, Bout. Yeah, let's give you a little hand there, dude. I suppose this is why I'm supposed to thank you for saving my life. Yeah. Because, yeah, Garlean's come too. Pout! Corinne, thank goodness you both unharmed! But still, why in the hells did you bring her here? Because this is why. Cowards, the lot of them. They would waste the chance to make an example of me. This is all our fault. If we hadn't shown such aggression to the Allied forces, they would have likely made their intentions clear ages ago. You needn't apologize. If I had known they wouldn't kill me, I would have merely sought another way to death's door. But why? You have so much to live for! I have nothing! What is a man without his family? A soldier without his men? I've stained my hands with the blood of so many innocents, and for what? You still have Ala Ghiri. It would have been all too easy to stand by and watch as the soldiers taunted and tormented us, yet you chose to show us mercy. Well, that was... Yeah, you did do that. After all the good you've done here, are we not worth living for? Am I not worth living for? I know I can never replace your family. I would never try. But I'd like to try and make you happy, if you'll let me. Yeah, you have feelings for him. How cute. Yeah, what? Has this obsession with loss truly made you so blind? The people of Ala Ghiri care about you. None more so than me. You've brought light and hope back into our lives, and I would return that kindness 100-fold if I can. And you're like, who am I to judge? Yes, by all means. Let's get married, settle down here in the village, and fill our cottage with a pitter-patter of little feet. Marriage? I didn't mean to... that's not the same as opposed to... Oh dear, this is all so sudden. Well, you did come on to him pretty hard. Before you let your imagination run wild, there's still the matter of my surrender to the Allied forces. I'm going to need your help in assuring the others that I won't be put to death. Yes, of course! I suppose this is it. I know not what they have in store for me, but I will at last atone for my crimes. When they release me, well, it seems I have something worth waiting for. Thank you for everything. And so away they go. A brand new happy couple. And as we're making our way back over to Ala Ghiri, we have a new viewer joining us. Ninji Digger, welcome to Let's Play Novora Autism. It's nice to welcome you to the channel this evening, and we're glad to have you with us for tonight's stream. Oh no, I'll be on tomorrow there, Miguel. It's just tomorrow night I won't be here. Okay, let's go speak with Brazen Brook again. There she is, the hero of the hour. I don't know how you did it, but Garlean turned just now with Bout in tow. He says he's ready to turn himself in. What's more, public reaction to his surrender has been surprisingly calm. The last thing we need is to be fending off the people we came to save. If you hadn't shown up when you did, I'd sure they'd be chasing us out of here with pitchforks and torches by now. To make sure they don't, we'll all be taking a leaf out of Bout's book and building better relations with the townsfolk. It'll take some work to be sure, but we'll get this place back to the way it used to be. I wish you guys the best of luck with that, so let's go ahead and take one of these rings. And there we go, our first chain quest here in the peaks is done.